I recently got to play a bunch of ARMS. I'm Kyle Hilliard. Ben Reeves, you're here with me.
Yeah, why should I care about this game? Because I played it several months ago as well, and I wasn't a fan.
Well, I got to spend a lot more time with it, and I'm actually a lot more excited about it now.
Okay.
It's slower paced than you might think.
Really?
And it's because there's a lot of time where the fists are flying across the screen where you have time to counter or, throw out a different attack if you want.
There's a lot of fisting in this game.
That's right. The motion controls work well. I got to spend a lot of time with them. Nintendo really hammered down the point that they said that this was the best version, the best way to play the game. I don't know if that's true, but after a couple of rounds, I did feel comfortable using the motion controls.
Okay. You didn't get to play with the non-motion?
I did not. All we got to use were motion controls. It's not Wii Sports boxing unless you're pulling off a super move. Then you are throwing fists out rapidly.
Okay.
But most of the time, you're just kind of making really calculated, small movements with the motion controls. There's a new hoops mode. It's a lot of fun.
Why is that?
Because it's really, when you grab someone and throw them into a basketball hoop, it's goofy and silly, and it's just really rewarding to do that.
Are you kidding me?
There's also skill shot mode, where you fight over a shared set of targets. You can still punch each other and stuff like that, but mostly you're just trying to hit targets. I wouldn't call it like a destination mode for the game, but as a sort of middle ground between, maybe you play a round of it between a couple fights. I think it was great.
What is the destination mode?
Well, the 1 versus 1.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
There's also a 4-player split screen mode, team fight, where it's 2 versus 2.
You can't do 3 versus 1?
No, actually, no, I don't know.
You can't do 4 up for all?
4 up for all? What the is that?
Just answer the question, Kyle.
Okay. You know how in Mario Kart 8, when you play 4-player split screen, the frame rate goes down a little bit? That's the case here as well, but it still plays really well.
Okay. Do you think we'll see Mario as a referee in this game?
No. I asked them if there would be Nintendo references. They said no.
Well, the ARMS characters are Nintendo characters, so...
God, why did I ask you to do this with me? The arenas actually change over the course of each fight, which is... And they'll change in dramatic ways. Like one arena I played, you could actually break the ground and a trampoline would appear, and then you could use it to get a lot more height.
Oh, that's cool. The
arenas are all really different. I was surprised. They're not just like all different looking circles.
So some of them are squares? Like, what does that mean? Is there an octagon?
Well, there's one that's like a set of stairs. So if you can start lower and the other player can start higher. There's one where these pixelated boxes will appear in the middle of the match and you can punch through them, but they make it hard for you to see. And then maybe the craziest one is there's one that has actual hoverboards that you can stand on and glide around the arena much faster.
Do those hoverboards work on water?
There wasn't any water in the arena, so I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Kyle, you bojo. So does it seem like there's a real advantage to owning certain areas of the environment then? Like tactically?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, there are some characters who are better suited to certain arenas. Like if you give Ribbon Girl that trampoline, she's going to be much more successful because she's really
She'll
good
get the
jumping.
-- 1 ribbon.
That's right. Reeves, there's one fighter who just has normal arms and she fights with her hair.
What? So none of that begs the question, why do they all have springy arms then?
Exactly. That's my next point is, and I asked Nintendo about this, is do the characters who don't have normal arms, did they have to have their arms surgically removed in order to participate in the sport?
Okay.
And Nintendo, they just laughed at me and said no, but I think there's something there that they're not hinting at yet.
You could have stopped it. They just laughed at me.
Ribbon Girl is the best. She's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you like about her?
She just seems really sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, and she can also jump really high and move fast, and I really like those fast-moving, jumpy characters. And on that note, Ninjara, he's pretty cool too, because he can jump in the air, and then he can disappear when he dodges.
Can some characters not jump?
No, they can all jump, but those two in particular are the best at jumping.
Okay.
Which brings me to Master Mummy, who is really strong and heavy and doesn't jump very well, and I didn't like playing as him. I thought he was lame.
Good review.
He is good in the target mode, though, because he has big fists, and he can break a lot of targets.
My understanding is that you could swap out their fists, actually.
You can, Ben Reeves.
What?
Yeah, in between every match, you can actually swap out your arms so you can change your strategies pretty significantly mid-fight.
Do you unlock some arms that are, like, invisible? Or
I don't know.
in some way? Because they could be the new clear arms.
The clear arms?
Nuclear arms?
ARMS comes out June 16th this year for Switch. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.